TV show podcast. Um, yeah, new sofa. I'm not in the chair right over there no more. What? Does he have studio lights? Yes. Yes, let me this is what I was saying in the last episode. I was upgrading, some stuff for y'all cuz I love y'all. I love doing this show. And so I got some lights, you know. And yeah, man, I'm just happy to do what I love to do. I got a camera in front of me. I got lights. It's just, I'm a creative. This is what I love to do. So I'm actually gonna fuck around with these lights. Let me see. But the camera quality is gonna be better. I'm shooting on my DSLR and shit. Let me see what I could do with this shit. Hold on now. Let's see what we could. We got blue. We got green. Where the green at? Yeah, we got purple. We got all types. What? You busting with the colors? Oh, it's a rave. But yeah. Yeah. So, upgrading for the program, for the company, for the empire. Slow and steady. You know what I mean? Getting to success, escalator style. That's how I like to do it. Staying true to myself, not compromising for fucking no one, and just staying true to that. So we're in episode 2 of the Christmas series. I want to talk about a comedy. Well, I talked about Jack Frost, but it was a pretty fucking sad episode. If you listen to the last one, I was holding back tears and whatever, but. Yeah, man. I want to talk about Four Christmases. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon. It was one of my favorite Christmas movies. I don't say I can relate, but it's just one of those hilarious ass Christmas movies. I wouldn't even call it it's about Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. They're a couple and all this other stuff, but I wouldn't call it like a romantic comedy. Yeah, it's that. This is just straight funny. Just like, it's so relatable, in so many different ways. So, let me give you a quick rundown. If you haven't seen the film, like I said, Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, they play Brad and Kate, and they are a couple. They are, successful, 30s. They live in the Bay Area, and they are both children of divorce. And they really just have this system going in their relationship that, it's healthy, right? It works. They're no pressure about marriage, no pressure about kids. And, due to, the shared trauma that they, they have. So, it's Christmas time, and it opens up with, with them role playing. They're at a bar. She's playing a character. He's playing a character. And it's just a really healthy relationship. And you come to find out, they're doing their work function Christmas parties, and they're talking to their coworkers who are like, yeah, I gotta go to the airport 17 times. I gotta see my family and all this other stuff. And they're like, nah, we out. We going to Fiji. We're taking vacation on our vacation. Y'all gonna be with y'all family who y'all don't like, but we out. And they were like, what? You don't feel bad? They're like, no. You're like, yeah, we just lie to our family. We just say we're doing charity work, and that just gets us off the hook. And be super detailed, all this stuff. And it was just funny to see, because they are not with their peers, they're kind of abnormal, right? Where it's just wait, what? You're not seeing your family? You're not seeing your nieces, your nephews? You're not seeing your parents? You're not seeing nobody? They're like, no, bang with them. We out. because it's the Bay Area, it's a fog. Their trip to Fiji is no longer happening, and then in the middle of that, because all the flights have been canceled due to the thick New Year's Eve, Christmas Day fog. There's like a TV reporter news thing happening in the airport, and she rolls up on them like, "Oh my God, tell us how you feel about your flight being canceled. You guys look like you were going someplace really really tropical and blah blah blah." He's on television, and it's like your family watches the news, your parents watches the news, so he's like, yes, like he's just coming up with the dumbest. And they're just on TV. They call their parents, or the parents call them like, "Hey, so we saw you on TV. Like, what's up, y'all? Are you guys coming down there?" And then like they're trying to like get out of it, but they can't. It's just like, "Yo, we're going to my mom's, we're going to my dad's, we're going to my mom's and my dad's." Like, again, they're children of divorce, so 4 Christmases, right? Hence 4 different houses that they have to visit on Christmas Day. So now we're in it. We go to Brad's dad's house where he has 2 brothers, and they're both trained MMA fighters. They don't actually do it for a living. They just know how to do it. And he's clearly the black sheep in the family. He's the odd brother out. And he walks in and they beat the shit out of him. His brothers, that's how he's greeted. His father is one of those like old school, all tough like men. And he just doesn't relate to his family. And then Reese Witherspoon, this is the first time she's like, not the first time she's meeting them, but like it's just like the first time he's seeing them like in this, I guess, space. And she was just like, "Yo, you need to like let your brothers know, like, set boundaries. You're a grown man. You're successful. They're intimidated by you. You're the one who's like doing it." And so he does that. So then they beat the shit out of him some more. Then his nephews come in and beat the shit out of him. And his niece, who's a baby, is also like, after they beat the shit out of him, he's like, he's holding the niece, and Reese Witherspoon sees that, and she's like triggered, or she's like, something happened. She's like, "Oh my God, he looks so good holding the baby. What if?" Then she holds the baby. She managed to get the, she's, one of those women who's like, "What, babies? I'm not good with that. I'm not like that." And the baby's crying, and then the baby stops, and then there's havoc in the house. I think one of the Christmas lights fuck up the house, and she knocks the baby's head into the cabinet door, and it was just a mess. Then we go on to house number 2. Before we even leave house number 1, she finds out his real name isn't Brad. His name is Orlando. Funny thing, his brothers are Dallas and Denver, and he's Orlando. They were named after the cities they were conceived in. Moving on. I can see why he changed his name. Moving on. We go on to house number 2. It's Kate's mom's house. And she's a divorcee. And she has a lot of sisters. And she has a sister. And they are just a bunch of horny Christian women. Yeah, just older, horny Christian women. That's how can I put it. They're all on Brad. "Oh my God, he's so tall and broad." I'm just like, "Yo, this is my man. What are y'all doing? Back off." And a lot of, the guys in that family, Brad meets, so Kate has a sister, so she meets Kate's brother-in-law. He's checked out. He meets Kate's grandfather. He's checked out. So we see the situation for the men in this family. And we find out some things about Kate. Kate is the black sheep in her family. No surprise there. Her sister's a bit of she's a bit of a bitch to her. She was like, "Oh, Kate, you're just one of those women who just don't want to be held down by a baby and this and a third." Well, I take pride knowing that I could procreate. You know what I mean? Like, she's just one of those women. She was just like, I do like the women role, and I do it really well. So there's that. And yeah, they just don't get along as sisters. Also, there's a bouncy house in the backyard for her niece, and the kids, I guess, in the neighborhood and stuff. And she has some trauma with the bouncy house because when she was a kid, they kind of just tortured her and beat the shit out of her, bouncing her around the house for an hour straight, and nobody did anything. So she don't bang with the bouncy house. And yeah, they're going through the photo album. We get to see Kate when she was a big fat baby. We get to see Kate when she was, I guess, by curious. She had a girlfriend in high school. Everyone was like, "Oh, that's Kate's friend," and it was clear that it was more than just friends. Yeah, yeah. Watch the movie. I'm telling you, this is one of the funniest Christmas movies ever. Yeah. So Brad is learning all these new things. And, at first it was Kate all in his face about, you never told me your real name. And then he's finding out all this new stuff. He's like, well, don't be throwing stones at me because I'm finding out all this new stuff about you. I didn't know you had a girlfriend. She was like, she was just a friend. Really? Be fucking for real. Fuck out of here. I saw the pictures. But, they're finding out new things about each other. So it's like, it's one of those things that it's a hurdle they have to go through together as a couple. And yeah, so we're not done. Kate goes into the bounty house because she takes a pregnancy test. Her niece just busts into the bathroom and take it and run off with it into the bounty house. So now she has to confront her fear going into this bounty house with a bunch of sugared up, crazed fucking kids to get the pregnancy test, and to also keep it a secret because Brad don't know, like the family don't know, what I guess what her body's been feeling and stuff. And yeah, she had to pretty much fight all them kids and get to her niece to get it. She conquered a fear, right? So that's a good thing. And yeah. After that, I'm not gonna give away because she saw the results. So then we not done. So the mom is like, so the mom is banging the church she goes to. She's banging the pastor, one of the many women he's banging. It's that type of church and that type of pastor. And it's Christmas Day and it's Christmas service, and Kate and Brad are signed up to do the nativity scene. And Brad gets carried away in his role. Brad is Abraham, Jesus' dad. Kate is Mary. And he just goes off script and he starts improvising and he just takes, he's the star of the show. He's like kind of bashing Kate. He's like, you unfit woman who can't swaddle this child. I will swaddle the child. He's like mad. He's overacting, mad dramatic. But the congregation's loving it. They loving it. They loving the messiness. They loving it. And it just, just one of those things. I grew up in the church. I've been to all types of churches, Baptist churches, in the Northeast. Yeah, in the Northeast and parts of the South. And yeah, I could definitely see the inspiration for, that scene where Vince Vaughn just goes bananas in his character. But yeah, now we move on to house number 3. So tension is now happening between Kate and Vince Vaughn, because they're finding out new things about each other. They're not telling each other everything. They don't know everything about each other. It's just, man, just naturally you're just going to be like, yo, who are you? And they get to house number 3, which is Brad's mother's house. Let's raise the stakes. He gets there. And, earlier when we went to his dad's house, there was a lot of shit talking about his mom and all this other stuff. And now the mom's talking shit about the dad, but she's also talking like she's a free older woman. She does not allow her age to stop her in her freedom as, just moving as an older woman. We meet Brad's mother's boyfriend. I'm not even going to say. So Brad's mother's boyfriend, and they've been together for some time, was Brad's childhood best friend. That was his childhood best friend, who is now the boyfriend of his mother. Go watch the movie. They in the living room and he's talking to him like, "Hey bud, hey kiddo." Like, who you talking to, fam? We are not cool. He tries to fight him. Mom is like, chill, he's detention. And yeah, I'd be in a bad mood too. And Brad's brother, Denver. John Favreau plays Denver, by the way. If I didn't say that earlier, but yeah, Brad's brother Denver pulls up, and with his wife and their daughter, Brad's niece, and they're like, hey, you know what? Let's it's eggnog, it's Christmas. Let's play a game. So Taboo, one of the greatest like family games, table games ever. So Brad's mother and the boyfriend. Brad has to. If you ever played the game in Taboo, you know what it is. You know the rules. You can't say the person reading the card, who has the card, can't say any of the words to give the clue of what the word is that they're looking at, and your partner or team member guesses what it is. And there's a certain time limit. I think you're given 30 seconds or 60 seconds to figure it out, what the word is, and you have to like go through as many cards as possible. I don't mean to explain the game in Taboo, whatever. So they're playing the game. Brad's behind his mom with the buzzer. Now the buzzer, it's annoying. It's the worst thing. If you say one of the words, it's a buzz. Can't say that. Can't say that. Right. So that's what's happening. Brad's mom does not understand the concept or the rules of the game, and she keeps saying the words on the card. And Brad's mother's boyfriend is like, "It's okay, da da da." You're just being a dick. Can't say that. Nope, I'm just following the rules of the game. Can't say that. Yo, he's just I'd be pissed too. I got my brother who I don't like is here. I got my former best friend, like just like you all in a relationship with my mother. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. And it's just hilarious. So then next we on to Denver and his wife. And yo, I'm telling you, I've witnessed this in real life. That's what makes this so funny. The wife is picking up the cards and Denver has to guess them. She's saying, "Oh, that time we were in Miami," and he's like, "Oh, this, that, wax." Like he's getting it, like he's like on fire. He's like bang, 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 and she's not saying anything. She was just like, "Do you remember that time we went to and we were at that hotel?" He said, "Boom, answer," and it was correct each time. And I was just like, wow, like. She's not saying the clue words or anything. Like, she's not saying anything that relates. She's just saying things that they've been through or things that's happened with them. And he's getting the words right. I've seen it happen in real life. So, like, that's a thing. And it's hilarious to see. And now it's Brad and Kate's turn. No, none of that couples. Hey, do you remember? And we were at that place, and he was just like, "Yeah, you're afraid of snakes, bouncy houses." She's like, "No, I'm afraid of spiders. You know this." Like, they're just shocked about how much they really don't know about each other. And they piss each other off during the game because it's like it's deeper than the round in the game that they're having. It's just like, yo, this speaks to us. Brad gets upset. He shuts down, and they get into a fight. Kate gets dropped off. They go into house number 4. It's Kate's father's house. The mom is there. The sister is there. And Brad goes back to his father's house. And, they just have that time apart where it's just like, yo, what do I do? Like, it's, we're in love, but like, do we belong together? All this other stuff. And, it was just like, the turning point, right? And Brad has a conversation with his father that kind of opens up his eyes, where he's just like, you know what? I'm going to commit to Kate. If this is, I understand, these are things that we didn't want. We didn't want the pressure of marriage and kids and these stuff, but maybe we're just in a space where it's like, it'll be different than what we have, but it will make us stronger. It will bring the bond together. Same with Kate. Kate has a conversation with her father, and she's hearing the regret of the things that the father wished he would have done. So it's like a teachable moment for both of them. Brad leaves his dad's, pulls up to Kate's father's house. And also, even before that, we find out Kate's not pregnant or whatever, but Brad is, how they make up is like, Brad is like, hey, I want to commit to you. Let's have a baby. Let's get married. Let's do it. Let's go on the next step of our adventure. We've been together for 3 years. We're an amazing couple. We really do. Even though we're learning things about each other today, it doesn't take away the fact that we are each other's soulmates. And, like I said, quick recap of the film. Happily ever after, they end up having a baby. The newscaster comes in, and it's havoc like the airport all over again. And that's where it ends. And it's just one of those, it's a good couples movie. It's a good family movie. It's hilarious. And I just think like it kind of, there's a marriage between the romance, the comedy, the family dynamic all in one, and the holiday all in one. One of Vince Vaughn's best produced. I think it's produced by him, but yeah, it's one of his best works. So let's get into the topic question. And the topic question is, what is Christmas like for your family? What's the holiday season like for your family? Hit me in the comments. Hit me on socials. I don't care at this point. Just hit me up anywhere. I really want to like do like a thing where like whoever asks questions in this and the third, I'm going to answer them. So I want to start that. I want to start like, even if it's like a clip I release every week or every 2 weeks or I don't know. I want to start doing like really engaging with my listeners. So like really ask me questions and I'm going to really answer them and I'm going to really give my opinion on them. But yeah. For me, going back to the topic question, what the holiday season is like for me and my family is this. If you know me, you know this already. If you don't, I'm going to let you know now. I am a Grinch. I do not like the holiday season. I don't like what it represents. This is a very crappy time of the year. If you know, you know. That, like, for JP, this is not his season. This is not really, I don't bang with this season. My family loves the holiday. See the tension now. See, like, you know what I'm saying? And for a long time, like, I really despised Christmas. I don't despise it as much. I just don't like Christmas. I don't like the holiday. But what I do like is what I have been experiencing for some time and really seeing for the first time is like family coming together, like with some love. You know what I mean? Like, I celebrate Kwanzaa with one of my best friend's family for some time now, and it's a beautiful sight to see. It's our whole house packed up, a walk up, just packed up, and it's just filled with love. And you know, and for me, it was the labels, right? That was better to me than Christmas at my house. So I was just like, yo, Kwanzaa's lit because I get to be around what love is and family. And you know, Christmas at my house for a long time was like, I got that, but over time it just started to dissipate and just like kind of like, I don't want to use the word like fall apart or crumble, but that's what it is. You know, it is what it is. But my mom still loves the holiday season, my sisters, and I think because it's just important to them, I think that is the thing that I should appreciate, because I love them, right? I don't gotta love the holiday, but because they love the holiday, I'm like, cool. I think that is something to appreciate because I like to see my family happy. You know, that's something I want to, you know, acknowledge. You know what I mean? Like, despite my grinchiness and my, you know, grinchy spirit, it doesn't mean that, you know, we all saw the movie The Grinch. And we saw, you know, we know the story of the Grinch, and he can appreciate Christmas, and but he doesn't stop, you know, he's still green hairy dude, you know what I'm saying? I think that's me. I'm always going to be me, but I can appreciate, you know, what this time is for some people. Yeah. And with the holiday season, I think that, you know, there's no such thing as a functional family. We use the word dysfunctional as if there's a functional family anywhere. I think it's not even like, sure, if dysfunctional family is just like what we say, cool. I just think it's dynamics. It's just different people, different personalities, different cultures, different forms of celebrating. And it's a joy to see, you know, because it's just a reminder. You know, it's the end of the year. I'm sure everyone in some form or another has been through some things, good and bad, ups and downs, good and bads. You know, you know, you just get to be around the people you love, and I think that's the cool thing. And I don't want that to be forgotten. I felt like for a long time, just in society, like, you know, like it just became about gifts and balling out, and you know, it's been so commercialized, like everything. That kind of, you know, people are stressed out, energy and being put out is just horrible, and you know, that's why I was just like, I don't see the big deal. I don't. We could just not do this, like, but I could see, you know, at the core of it, I think it's something pure. I just think people want to see other people happy, and you know, not everyone, but I believe the majority of people just want to be with their family and just spend time and just, you know, do those types of things. So yeah, you know, 4 Christmases, man. I get it. Like, it's just one of those funny movies where, yeah, it really, really takes a lot of relatable things and puts it together. So yeah. I hope you guys have a great holiday. You know, even if your family is fucking crazy, love them. It's amazing. You will not have a boring holiday season. There are families that are like, you know, ain't shit going on, and it's just a, you know, boring time. So I think there's a lot to appreciate when your family is just nuts and crazy and hilarious, and there's just chaos in the house, because not all chaos is bad. You know, some chaos is just healthy and good to see, and good to know that at the source of said chaos is love. So yeah. But this is episode 2 in my Christmas series. I'm gonna do another Christmas movie next week. Look out for that. I did mention a Christmas movie I'm gonna cover in this episode. So yeah, look out for those. Don't forget the topic question. What is Christmas or the holiday season for you and your family like? What's this time like? And describe it. Tell me a story. Shit, ask me questions. But leave it in the comments. Hit me up on socials. All of that is gonna be in the description. And yeah, see you guys next time.